Welcome back. In this lecture, I'm going to show you how to outline your course. Now, I'm sure you already have a concept of your mind from beginning to end, how your course is going to flow, what the various lectures are going to be that you're going to give, and how those lectures might even be divided into sections. But there's nothing like putting your course outline down on paper, or in this case, down on Udemy, to really solidify it in your mind. So we're going to start putting together an outline for a upcoming course. To begin, I'll go to the My Courses tab in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. From here, I'll go to Teaching. These are my courses that I bought, of which there are several on Udemy. These are the ones that I've currently taught and have out live. Here's the one I'm working on and recording right now called Udemy Camtasia and PowerPoint. And then I'm going to work on a course called GIMP for Beginners, which I just threw together as a potential future course. If I click on it, the first thing that comes up is the course roadmap. This shows you an outline of how to create a Udemy course. These are really good links put together by the Udemy team, and I encourage you to spend some time going over this. Now, I'm leading you through this time, and this is my course, so we're going to look at curriculum under course content instead of spending a lot of time on the course roadmap. But go through the course roadmap. It's very important. Here you'll find an outline of the sections and the lectures that are composing this course. Now, this is blank. This is the proverbial blank page that you must deal with sometime when you begin creation. So we're going to begin creation just by throwing up some ideas. First of all, let's rename our first section to, you click on the pencil to the right of the name. Up comes the name. You highlight it and you say, I'm going to call this Introduction. Every course should begin with an introduction. So we'll put an introduction there. And then its first lecture inside, let's rename that by clicking the pencil again and highlighting it and saying something like, I know I'm going to have a course overview. Okay, so I throw that in there. And I just keep throwing in topics and categorizing them in sections until I'm happy with what I've got. In looking what I recorded, I realized I needed more description on exactly what's going on here on the curriculum page and how it works. Each section is highlighted in gray, so you can have sections and they contain lectures. Lectures are in light gray, so you have multiple lectures contained within a section. You might have, 3 or 4 sections like introduction, how to whatever, and conclusion as major sections, and within them you have lectures such as you begin with course overview and move on through how to do something and so on. So let's look at how to add a new section, or the dark gray outer containers of lectures. We'll just click on Add a New Section down at the bottom of the screen. It always moves to the bottom of the screen. So if you have a big set of lectures and sections, you got to scroll down to make it to this. We're going to have a section which is called How to Udemy. There's a nice general name for you. And within that, we're going to add a lecture by clicking on Add a Lecture. Now also you have the option of Add a Quiz. I don't use quizzes myself, and the Udemy team really isn't very happy about that. But go ahead and add a lecture to this section by saying this is, I always like to capitalize my lecture topics, is a lecture topic. Same with section headers, except Udemy and 2, I would not uppercase. So you just keep adding sections here. You could, in fact, it already has one open, so you can type in some new section. This is the second section. And you just keep pressing enter, and you can add, rather these are lectures, not sections that I'm adding. I'm using the wrong terminology. You need to watch out for that. And when you're ready to add a new section, you get on here and click on Add Section. So alternately add these things. You have a bunch of them, and let's say you don't like the order that they're in. You can go ahead and grab a section by these little 3 horizontal bars and pull it down to where you'd like it. Automatically, the lectures get renumbered, so do the sections. You can drag those around by grabbing these bars here, and you can move them between lectures and sections. This is a great tool for creating an outline. Now let's look at a more complex course. I have actually been able to outline this course that I'm giving to you using the curriculum tool. So let's go to teaching and let's go to this course, Udemy Camtasia. Once again, we're presented with the course roadmap, very important, but we're going to go to curriculum. Now we're going to get an example of a filled out course curriculum. And you'll see here how, this is annoying that they do this. Have to talk to the Udemy team about that. That you can see you're getting a list of lecture topics categorized by sections. And the green topics here are ones that I've actually already been able to record. I've already recorded the introduction to this course just based on this extensive course layout. I know that there's going to be 30 plus courses because I have 35 right now, and I only seem to add lectures rather, not courses, and there are so far 10 sections. I don't think that's liable to go down. So what can you do as you're putting together your course outline? You can go and we already saw by clicking on the little pencil, we can bring up an area where we can change an existing lecture title. We can even get rid of it by hitting the pencil and then hitting the garbage can in the lower right. You get rid of a lecture topic. I can cancel having done that because I don't want to mess this up too badly. Now, here's the pencil for a section. We can go down to the very bottom of the screen to add new sections. Here, add lecture. Let's say this is my, by the way, lecture topics, I like to capitalize significant words. This is my lecture topic, like that. And I add this lecture topic. Wonder if is should probably be capitalized. And then I can move it on up to whatever section I think it belongs in. I can drag these lecture topics and sections anywhere that I want in this list. This is a live outline of my course that I can modify very easily. Let's say I want mixing things up to be after or before. Well, actually, just done to before. Let's say we wanted it after polishing things up. That's course 30. It automatically numbers the courses for you. Let's say we wanted it back where it belonged. You can move course titles around. You can rename them. You can add sections. This is the way that you outline your course, and I suggest that you outline your course early so that you know what your course is going to be like. In fact, if you even outline your course to the detail that I have, you're going to be able to put together the course overview and the front matter for your course and record it because you already know what this course is going to contain. So this is the way to outline your course. I encourage you to do it early. I encourage you to do it well. Give your lecture titles significant names, but keep them terse. Do the same with section names and lay them out in a logical order. Move them around, shove them around, drag them, drop them until you get it right.